Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pontus, episode 4, and we've been making great progress. But that's at least on the centralization part, not necessarily territorial. We've only made small gains because of constant civil wars between the nations that we're at war against. And we see that Paphlagonia has also gone into civil war, but unfortunately it's localized, which means they can handle it themselves, while they intervene from Mariandinia, which I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but it's not going to matter because they're not going to be around for much longer. Also, knock down this fort. It's not only to get a bit of money out of this, but also the enemies isn't going to do too much damage, from back there. And although Cappadocia and Armenia will be assisting us, as they are ready and willing. Oh, I don't know about them, but anything less would. No. We only have 61 territories, and collecting all of these will just be up to Thrace's level. And then once we're done with that, then we'll focus on turning Pontus into a republic, and then go north, across the sea to Taurica, which is currently held by the Bosporan Kingdom, which they have plenty of cities there, which would add a lot of value to us for number of populations and the economy there. And of course keeping the Scythians back. Hypothetical. And don't forget that the Bosporan has a port here, which we can get that easily if we were to fight a war against them now, just for that piece of land. Well, they'll have to come down there and fight for it, while we would come up there and establish a presence here. If you already have claims to fabricate with, but there's no need for that right now. We know what our priority is. It's them that we have to deal with. They're allied and part of the Defense League. Come on over here. $15 pops, so we just got more levies. Got her up here. Wait for the others before we move in. Fortunately, there's only one fort there, so if you can defeat this enemy, then you take their fort, you got all the land. It's just only an army fort, but they're not going to last that long out there. Are they really coming up here? Gangler, yes. They'll regret this. We are 10,000 strong now. Unless our cavalry does something stupid again. Attack. Stay put. I know you have a habit of doing this sort of thing. Everybody go to envelopment. We always kept shock action on, because I just don't trust myself. Now cavalry can move in. Damn it. It doesn't matter. We got them all. Of course our cavalry's moving in. You know what they're like. Slow them down. Remember your objective. It's only a level 1 fort there. No cities, it's just settlements, so... Once I conquer this territory, I'm taking that fortress down. That's not... It's nothing defendable here. As far as geography is concerned. We'll defeat them here. And there goes Paphlagonia's army. And we'll be receiving reinforcements on Cappadocia. Kill them all. I don't think the rebels will win, but hey. At least we caused damage. They're in retreat. They're probably going to come over here and we'll be rid of them too. Crap. Disease outbreak. Took you a while enough. Here it comes. And also, don't forget to take Wagner. Which is also rather important to us. Yeah, sure. We'll trade with them. After we take this, then take down this fort, then call off the war. I don't think Phrygia is something that I would want. I thought about it, but we don't have any claims to that. If you do take that, then that jumps up the aggressive expansion big time. But Cappadocia is here. Besiege other forts for us. Armenia has arrived at the scene. We're not at war with the rebels. There's no need for it. Chryseus Sarid is an impressive clan chief, known for his battle prowess and strength. After an extraordinary feat of defending his clan from a huge bear, the people around Chryseus will demand to give him honor of champion of the Pontus. Surely the clan chief deserves the honor, but he's already a well-known figure, and it will give him more leverage politically. province is already up to 100. Actually, it would be better to keep them loyal. How could we refuse? It's better to keep the clan chiefs together. Are you coming down to help the rebels take the city of Ankara for them? Yes, you are. Yes, you are inadvertently helping them out. Their war is over. Just gotta take the province capital. Uninhabitable. It's a pass. Yeah, it's impassable. Pass. An impassable pass. Do you hear that? Oh, here it is. Investigate travel reform. It is time for our people to consider new methods of rule. Foreign ideals flood our country. Can we truly remain a nomadic people? There you have it. We don't have the civilization level for it. Again, the mission is available, but finish this first. Because, you know, we're halfway done with this. We just have to take this territory before we fight on one more war to fight for this area here. Then that's it. And to appoint the appropriate governor of the area. Now Armenia is going to take Ankara for us. Well, let's take this area before the rebels win, and then they'll say, in the far-flung lands where where the wild Scythians right, there are rumors of war. A bright star has appeared, promising the Dahe a new home amongst the lands to the south. And messengers from all around bring word of preparations in the steppe. We would be wise to consider our situation. Even the stoic Greek kings should fear this threat. And an invasion of the promised magnitude has the potential to destabilize the world as we know it. Our eyes shall remain on the horizon. For the next 20 years, they will have access to Imperial Challenge Wargo, allowing for rapid conquest of countries that are major power rank or higher. Going to be coming in to take over. Thank you. Taking control. Granaries raided. Spend money on it. The governor will be kept loyal to us. Sensing a moment of weakness, the hordes of Sante Wastes have descended upon the Seleucid lands as the pack of wolves would savage a lamb. The attack came without warning, with Basileus Antiochus being amongst the first casualties that had been torn the border region when the attack came. Seemingly not content with this popular turn of events, the nobles of the Seleucid realm have turned on one another, squabbling to determine a legitimate successor. Will the Titan of the East fall to ruin? Antiochus the Besieger has been killed by our son. Xanthia declares war on the Seleucid Empire with the war goal to conquer Seleucia and Megale. And for the next 5 years, there's loyalty's been lowered. We'll have a look at the world map in a moment. Okay, we've taken this area. Okay, stop. Stop the war. We're gonna get what we wanted. Just remember, you don't want this, even though it is part of it, but don't you know Thrace is bordered with that? Might as well reduce it to a city-state. Okay. Be quick about it. Yes. Get the rest of Paphlagonia later because it's currently under a rebellion. This will be reduced to a city-state. Got all this experience now. But get rid of this fort. Yeah, sure. We beat you. I'm not going to give you access. Cappadocia and Armenia are willing to help out. Despite is what it is, but... Oh, we should take a look at this. This world. Xanthia's conquered Parthia. But now they're at war with anybody that they see. I don't know what's going on up there, but, clearly. I mean, he's wearing armor, that means he's leading an army. You know what I've noticed? Compared to the last version? They won't tell you the location of their characters if they're out in the field. So I guess one would think they must have looked up my videos because I had a habit of finding the location of admirals where they're stationed and moving units to that. Some would think that's cheating, but now, well, you're going to do it by guess. Now we have to fight this war. One more war in order to get this area. Well, we're not quite ready. But centralization sure is. But keep this fort for the time being as we've ported with them. Ah yes. Another Persian tradition. Mass assault will do. Siege ability increased, which means faster siege phases. Let the Armenians and Cappadocians go home. Oh yeah, weren't you supposed to have a civil war? No. They didn't after all. Now we have to deal with many of them. Because of the Defense League. Which will take a while to beat them up one by one, but in actuality, the war goal is just these two areas. And that's it. Anybody still in prison? Because, you know, it's about that time. But it depends on the skill, so pay attention. Very good money. Not as good. Ah, do the rest. You'll get enough. You'll be fine. Now the real question is what to do with all that money. Settlement, settlement. I recall something. Again, it's our capital province. This is rather important. So have a look at the rest. Oh yeah, I planned on building a second farming settlement here. It actually slows down population migration. Sweet, I didn't know that. But it'll give us more food that, you know, we can trade away. Just do it. In fact, any kind of building slows down population migration. Oh boy. Sure you got no more levies? Hey, how much? Just curious. Mind you, it's not much, so probably the best one we can think of. If we were to get mercenaries in addition to levies in case we start running low. You know, as for all the other cities, if it's got room, what you should also build is more training grounds, rather than just more farming settlements. Perhaps should build one here, knowing that this will be a great and grand city one day. Really? Now we're at a point where it's more monthly civilization change if we were to call upon that. Oh no, Armenia, what are you up to? Oh, you're at war with Iberia. You can take them on. For Gugark, I saw. A big and powerful Armenia is good for us, so... You've started this. We'll accept, but I will not send any troops your way. Silvus was murdered by him. Shoot! A heavy club was used. He was our arbitrator, who was officer in charge of managing domestic tribal relations and settling disputes. Ah. Craft table. He'll have to do. It's for the statesmanship. Even though that would definitely slow down our aggressive expansion. And if I was to change another law, I mean, even though we have to wait till 80, but don't you think we have to move away from this to this because more monthly civilization? Because I don't know if that tribal reform mission is gonna tell me to do all of that. So Armenia is... Oh, they're willing to help. They're just in the middle of a war here. Cappadocia will be willing to do anything, but... You need to sort out your little... You've been doing a little bit of tyranny, have you? I do not recall that they have... Oh, is it one of those wars that... Every land grab they'll make, it'll be part of that? Watch. It's occupied by Senti, so they've gone up the Bactria now. Yep! It's one of those wars. So changes they made in the Marius update. So... This would be a perfect time for Moria to take advantage of them now. Knowing that Armenia will be ready to make gains, but they won't help us out in future wars, but Cappadocia will. But this is going to be a tough one for us. Because I'm sure the number of levies they provide are going to be pretty good based on population. But not so much with this one. But nobody else is threatening them, which is good. Because Thrace is busy. Thrace does not desire these lands as of yet. So Santi are winning on their imperial conquest. Grab as much land as they can. But no risk of civil war for the Seleucids. The chiefs of Gangra take it upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. We could intervene if we think it best. Letting slaves get too comfortable could have repercussions. It's tempting. But sometimes a corrupt governor can be a bad one. Just do it. For freedom. I don't need the money. Not right now, at least. It's the only client state. Okay. Cohorts we can have now. I'm sure a little bit more when we take some of this. Armenians are winning. I'm sure they ain't gonna be just content by take Gokak. They'll probably take the whole damn thing. Think of it. Anyway, who's rebelling over in Cappadocia? So, of those with power base, the Epistrategos, the son who's a pretender, Basically just these two. I think it'll be a small rebellion. You may want to raise levies. Let's go help out Cappadocia before we think about advancing to there. Just like the last time with Armenia. We're really moving up. Well, there goes one of the researchers. He's of the Xerxes. There you are. Alright, move out. Let's go to Cappadocia. They do give us access, you know. They're our ally. We'll take care of your little problem. Okay. A dispute between the clans of Prusias, the Herods and the Xerxes. Whereas both want certain valuable land in Iberia. Both sides have claimed zero, supporting one of them over the other could end up with disloyalty from the spurned clan. Oh dear. Both of the clan chiefs offered to support the nation with gifts given a region. Prusias offers more troops, while this offers donation of gold. Oh dear, this is a good one. Local manpower increase, or tax and money. What I was hoping for is the increase of this, but I think it'll manage with, but that's only from the local area. I'll have to do so. The Xerxes case sounds right. You may never know what you're going to do with that. So stationed here. It's a city with more supply limit. You are really fortifying the place here, aren't you? Here we go. It's about to begin in October. October Revolution. Our stability is fine, so let's get more money for once. Worry about the increase of stability later once we get to 80% centralization. Here it is. You need any help? Well, they're gonna have to call us first. Hello? Here we go. Move it in. Take care of your little business. And then you're gonna help us out on the next conflict. And I envy you that you have heavy infantry. There goes our cavalry levy again. You know how they are. Should have paid attention to what tactics he had. Is this all hills? Forest? Hills. Yes. Hills are terrain. Well, they have a road so they can travel faster. defeat this rebel leader. Pick the right tactic for this. Capital of the rebellion is over here. We have a faster siege ability now, so it takes a couple of less days. It's a level 2 fortress, so they've been... Well, Cappadocia have invested in a while. No doubt we'll be ready for the next war based on the amount of manpower we have. But I'm not sure about the war exhaustion. That one's going to be tricky for the next one. Attrition. Do I hear that sound? That's the sound of a port. Because, you know, that's a lake, not a sea. Because you typically hear that sound when you're at a coast. This one fell pretty easily. Now let's go up the mountains and meet them. Their morale is still low. We got them all. They're done. Go home. Of course. How you doing over there? Armenia took it back. They took back their provincial capital. What the? Oh no, Cappadocia started this one. They want to expand territory down here. Aramaic Zoroastrian. You need any help? Or you got this handled? Well, they could call us anytime. Ah, here we go. Again, you started this, and we're gonna help you out with this again. About to take the provincial capital, which isn't gonna do any good. Oh man, big time. We made contact with Rome. They've even expanded Alaria, and they haven't even finished Magna Graecia yet. North Phoenicia's in rebellion. Jaxartia, same. Guess they finished their imperial conquest. Took a big chunk of land. Only 600, just at the empire criteria. is dealing with another rebellion. Okay, we're here now. Armenia has finished their war. They've taken all of Iberia, just as I expected. They deserve a break. Take this other fort and deal with their army. This is their whole province. These two forts have to fall, then it'll be an easy takeover for Cappadocia. They fled to another country. Contact. Same idea. This fort's fallen. Let's help them out. Unless they're going that way. Probably the wrong way. Listen. We have the Persian tradition of adding more siege ability. Let us help you with this. It's interesting that you've given me control of this siege, whereas I should be really giving it to you. I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about you as an ally. So, I mean, if you do indeed give me land, I'm going to sell all these provinces to you. Or, Lord knows. I don't know. Just gotta hurry up, alright? Because we want to use our manpower for the next conflict. And we're about to pass another law. After wars, toil, and hardship, it is with hopeful eyes that the veterans of armies look towards retirement, a life of rural farming, with promised farmland often parceled out to the most deserving. Recent circumstances have led to great droves of our retiring soldiers clamoring for this quiet life, seeking counsel from their generals and leaders. Aristhes Macedonian has been appointed on behalf of our generals to negotiate a complex arrangement whereby we might escort our tired veterans and yield to them some reward. We should be very wary of what might occur should we refuse. Ah, damn it, this ain't good, but commanders like bribes, don't they? That's for 47 months, so that's not going to take long. So basically, don't fight the next war until this expires. Or does that apply to all their armies? No, it's armies, not national. They just won't fight as well. Thought it was the one that's going to give me manpower, but no. No, it ain't. All we gotta do is knock this fort down. Then the war is won. And give all gains to Cappadocia. The Loyalists win. It belongs to you. We're just gonna take our leave now. Gonna take our leave. It'll be over. There we go. Span all levies. Thank you. Guess you are well capable of defending yourselves, should the Seleucids ever threaten you. They successfully suppressed the rebellions. The military tech is 3. For us, still 0. This is why it's time to catch up. Code of Rights. That's another thing we could pass. What's our general population like? Of types? Obviously more tribesmen, there's a lot of slaves. There's a couple of freemen, some citizen. Our capital's not yet reached the 40 territory civilization level in our capital. Needs more populations and needs more buildings. Which, quite honestly, we are too far away from reaching up to 40. Well, actually, they're on 40. You need this. Positive centralization is one thing. Have not made any oratory advances, which we're not too far from getting there. As obviously we're still behind the times. Go for this. It actually does not increase centralization, it increases country civilization level. I misread that. Take your pick. Freeman gives you tax and local manpower. This for local manpower and research. Citizens. Go for rights of birth. Hopefully that'll be the last time I'll be spending stability on this. In fact, how much? 50. Okay, this'll do. Or divine sacrifice just to get our stability up faster. Now we can rest for a while until we are close to reaching maximum manpower, then we'll fight our next war. Which they are intervening in some other revolt. More desired citizen ratio. It adds up not only just base manpower, but research. We'll be up to 100 in no time. Just all we need to do now is take 2 more territories and then make some changes and then go for tribal reform. They've been dealt with enough. They've suffered enough. This governorship size is just increased. How old are you, man? 54. Oh, you could see that. Just hope Armenia and Cappadocia don't do anything stupid for a while. 'Cause I need them for this next conflict. They're even part of that defense league. Guess they ought to stick together. We'll give you time to recover, Armenia. Because I'm taking my time to get our manpower up, as well as further increase centralization. And what the hell is Hey, give them harsh treatment. Slow it down. Heraclea, the guy, is being unruly. Of course they are. And mind you, should there be a provincial rebellion, then we may face bigger problems for the future. All we need to do is, I mean, they'll still be in our side once we get these two, and that's it. Complete this mission, then trouble. I have to keep reminding myself every time because it's part of my psyche. And we have no claims on them. War balance. Oh, no, that's on their end. So Armenia is willing to help if I were to fight with them, but not the other. I think what it needs is just more stability. Maybe that's why they're all like that. But you can't really check all the time, but it'll slow them down. Civilized friends. Sure. We are very much a centralized country. And it's only 269 BC. Low manpower, bad stability. What's going on? You'll have it. And Cappadocia's recently got themselves big land. Good land. They can help us. It'll take a while for them to get here. Once we fight all of these guys. Thrace has become a major power. We do have a claim? Oh yes, they have a Bithynia for us, but I don't want any part of it from them because I am afraid of them. Our allies are too far away. Because they've become aggressive expansionists. At least a tiny bit. You get the idea. And the Bosporan Kingdom is still growing its power, as they are most likely going to take all of this for themselves. It would be in our best interest to stop them before they get more powerful, but in a hypothetical war, they would join. In fact, they got no allies. They've alienated all their neighbors. So after this, a route north seems like a good idea after all. But you need to build a formidable fleet. Because they have 20 ships. We have none. Armenia's got plenty for assistance. It just jumped up by a lot. Where are we? 36, thanks to rights of birth. All we need is 2 more buildings. More research, please. All we need is 2 more buildings here. And then we get to codify, if we have the political influence for it. We have the money. and adds up even more civilization level. But the civilization gain is very low, unfortunately. I think it needs another economy. But more will be coming in soon. Actually, let's take it too long. This one will come in next year. Or alternatively, just move some slaves in here. Alternatively. Just shaking my head. Jay, would that be the best thing? Have a human sacrifice myself to the gods so I can just say, oh, I've been too corrupt. And one of these clan chiefs would be, you know, a great trendsetter for the birth of the Republic of Pontus. They took care of that civil war. It's a rebellion by them. I see. Highly doubt they'll get any friends with this. That's what I was worried about. Which means you could have potential provincial rebellion in the future, which we can take it down. But it's going to cause a lot more bad than good in the long run. What? What are you up to? See? Armenia is getting too big for its own good. And you can't appeal to the Soviets as a great power and they can't have allies, so... Maybe we ought to look to Thrace. Armenia wants out. But Cappadocia will be with us, but we can't stop the Armenians. They're too strong for us. We may have to start that war against them now. Take the territories with Cappadocia's help. And if Armenia threatens us, then But again, are you willing to drop your only friend that we helped out first? And you cannot improve relations. They say they are plotting, they're threatening. If this is so, then it might as well be. We'll end this episode by the end of this year. I want to cut it short because I want the next episode to be the formation of that republic. We're trade partners now. So maybe we should establish a relationship with Thrace as a way of, backing us up in case Armenia were to betray us, which I guess that day has come because of this area. They don't want this, they want that. That's what they want in the first place. we have very little protection in these areas. Because we put all of this here and not enough of that here. If this is true, then I am siding with Thrace. I originally worried about Thrace, but not anymore. Just want to know if this is true, Armenia. You're willing to leave us? You will have no friends to support you. Your ambitions has clouded your judgment. But who knows? I mean, they like us, it's just, they have nowhere to go but here. Makes sense, I guess. Because they all want this area and a bit of Cappadocia. So Armenia has nowhere to expand but against us for this area. That's what they're likely trying to go for. Manpower is good enough to wage another war. The Adricians are at it again. Time for the independence of Thrace. And Rome continues to aggressively expand this way. Out of all these places, why that? Separate conflict, yeah. Well, at least they'll help us get our political influence back for the time being. So I don't think we should be suspicious at Thrace anymore. As long as they will at least help us, you know, with... No, they won't because they're busy with Bithynia. And the Bosporan Kingdom has made some big gains. Once again. Almost took out all of Sarmatia. So, one thing's for certain, as we will stop this episode here. So, this 5th episode, our alliance of Armenia will end, while we will look to a new friend in Thrace, at least temporarily. And then we will fight to get this territory. This mission will complete, and then we will begin travel reform in the next episode, in which we hope that we will form the Republic of Pontus, as I have promised, and that is the reason why I did this series in the first place, is to form a Zoroastrian Republic and survive as long as we can, with Armenia now threatening war against us. But who knows what our future will be, and we hope you'll join us for the next episode. And until then, so long for now.